Hey ladies, I literally just opened the mailbox and got my yARNaBLE box in the mail. First, I want to show how cute this tape is. So there's a little sheep, it's wrapped up in yarn, like a little yarn ball itself. And then we have yarn balls, and isn't that really cute? Happy mail, it's true. So let's see what's inside. I don't know where any of my regular scissors are, so I'm going to do about the worst thing possible and use some sewing scissors to open this. Unless, I wonder if I can just open it with my big strong muscles. This way. Oh, drop something. All right, so first what fell out was my coupon. It says on the back that it's valid on hypnoticyarn.com only. It's not valid on yARNaBLE through the end of January. So let me see what this, how much. So I got 15% off, and the top of this is a card, and you can flip it over. Well, let's just take it off. So on the front side is the picture of the yarn, and this tells you what's inside. This QR code, if you on your smartphone, if you open up to take a photo and you just hold it on top, it will auto scan it, and then it will say, do you want to go to this website? And you click yes, and then it will take you to the Inside yARNaBLE, where you can find links for a lot of the things that are inside the box. So this month the colorway is called Sugar Plum, and what is extra inside is you have a snowflake progress keeper and thread snips, and then a pouch for your thread snips. And we have a quote: "Be as unique as a snowflake, embrace all your dimensions," by Viola Shipman. All right, let's see. My apologies. I got this horrible cold a few days before Christmas, and I was so sick on Christmas Day. Thankfully, that's a jammy day anyway, so I spent pretty much the whole day of Christmas on the couch, and I'm feeling better, but I still have like this cough, so I'm very sorry. I may end up coughing through this whole thing. All right, but let's see what's inside. So what else we have? So here is, oh my gosh, that's so pretty, the Progress Keeper. It's really big. Let's see how big this is. So, oh my goodness, like from edge to edge, that's an entire inch. It's like just barely under an inch, but it's really pretty, and it has the lobster clasps. Oh my goodness, her packaging is adorable. And then plus you also have, she basically gave you another Progress Keeper on here with the hook. So not only do you have your snowflake Progress Keeper, then you also have this one, which I know a lot of people use these as Progress Keepers too. So it's like 2 in 1. So the snowflake Progress Keeper is from Sammy Sews, and she has an Etsy shop. It's on the bottom. But also, if you go to the Inside yARNaBLE webpage, there'll be a direct link, so you can just click on it. And also on the Hypnotic Yarn blog, I put up a whole blog post about her and her links, so you can read about her on the Hypnotic Yarn blog too. So that is really, really cute. All right, let me put these over here. My sewing room is an utter disaster. All right, let's messy. Sorry. All right, so here are the thread snips. Let me see if I can cut my way out of that. So these are handy little thread snippers, which are perfect for yarn or for traveling, or, you know, you have an emergency. And then there's a little pouch. It has a ring, so you can connect it to a zipper or inside your bag or something like that. And then a little pouch. So, oops. And just slide those puppies right in. Perfect. And it's snowflake fabric. Super cute. All right, let's put that right there. And the yarn. Let's see what we have. Did you sneak peek? I totally sneak peeked last month, and I was glad that I did because it's pretty. All right, so here is Sugar Plum. And I got sock weight. Let's just undo this. I'm gonna put it on my Swift anyway, so let's move right over and do that. So it's mostly like this nice white snowflake white color with blue and some purple, and then just a very small amount of speckles. There's, I mean, you can see a little bit, but it's very, very small amount of speckles. All right, so as usual, I'm going, oh, I'm just gonna put on my Swift right here. 1 second. All right, so as usual, oh, and inside is also the QR code. So if you keep this on your yarn, you can always, for storage, you can always just come back and remember what it was. Want even more goodies? Scan the code and enjoy. So as usual, I'm going to wind that up and knit or crochet a little sample, or maybe I'll just turn it right into a project. I think it would be really pretty. I need to make my sister-in-law a hat. She requested one. Her birthday is on the 14th, so I don't have that long to make it. I think she would probably like that, so I might just start making a hat for her. We shall see. All right, I'll be back. Hello again. I never ever drink 2 cups of coffee, but my husband just left for work, and I picked up the carafe and noticed there was an entire other cup left in the French press, which is crazy because he normally guzzles it down. And so here we are. Who knows what will happen later? Hopefully a productive day. All right, so I have Sugar Plum. Remove my coffee. I have, my sewing room is a disaster. I have so much cut fabric that needs to be sewn, and it's insane. And I'm sorry, I'm still getting over this cold, and so I know the sniffling is annoying, and so I'm gonna do my best to not sniffle, so my apologies. All right, Sugar Plum. I have it wound, and I'm working away on, I thought that making a hat for my sister-in-law, as I mentioned, I'm so sorry. Okay, my sister-in-law's birthday is on the 14th. I think I mentioned that. It's been a couple of days in my previous video, but I decided to go ahead and make her a hat for her birthday. And I'll be honest, I am so jealous, and I truly thought about putting this one on hold and making her a hat out of a different yarn because I'm so in love with this yarn. But I thought, no, Brienne, let's not be selfish. She can have this hat. So, I mean, I am holding the yARNaBLE. That is totally my favorite thing to do whenever I'm making a hat, because fingering weight double is about DK weight, And so not only does it knit really fast, since it's held double, but I love the way that it looks and how it pulls the different colors in, and it just makes a really nice tight knit. All right, so here's Sugar Plum wound. It's very light, very wintry, but then not. I mean, you could wear it any month. So again, like I said, this is held double, so it wouldn't necessarily represent what it would look like if you were just to knit it with one strand. And this is fisherman's rib, so it's super squishy, super soft. I love fisherman's rib. But isn't that gorgeous? I'm so sorry. And so anyway, hopefully this will be done in just a couple of days, and I'm completely in love with the yarn. I love how light it is with just a little bit of a color, and it's absolutely one of my favorites. All right, so that, oh, and I have the snowflake stitch marker that I'm using for my beginning of round marker. Look how pretty that is. And it's really large, larger than most of my stitch markers. Not large in a bad way at all. I like that it's really big, especially if you had to have other place markers or something like that. Then just as a reminder that, you know, the big one is the beginning of your round. Because I know whenever I have multiple stitch markers, and if I don't specifically remind myself which one is the beginning of round, then I may get confused. But it's very, very pretty. All right, so that's Sugar Plum. And put that back in my cake koozie. And you can totally pull from the outside and from the middle. That was a question in the Facebook group not that long ago, that someone had asked if you could pull from the outside and from the middle at the same time. And I had never done that. I had always thought that would end up disastrous. So I would end up winding my cake and then rewinding it for 50, putting it on a scale, rewind until 50 grams was left, and then rewind it, the original cake. But then someone in the Facebook group said that they had no problem pulling from both ends at the same time. A knitter friend of mine said that she had tried it and it was no big deal. And I thought, why am I wasting all this time then if I don't need to? So this is the second time I've pulled from both ends at the same time, and I don't have any issues with doing that at all. So, and then, you know, it's a little bit less of a mess than to have multiple cakes everywhere. So that works really well. All right. I hope everyone has a phenomenal day, and cheers.